right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. This is the Brothers Hack the Matrix. I'm your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I am joined as usual with There Can Be Only One, the Hylunder.
There can be only one.
What's going on, man? Uh-oh.
Dude, I'm
you know
watching our intro there.
He's in a world championship mood. That's what he's in. Right
Hell
there.
yeah.
National championship.
I'm watching see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
There it is. There it is right there. That's it. So what's going on, man? How are you?
Well, I'm looking at our intro, right? And you know that intro, I'm playing a Charvel, and that Charvel is the only guitar that I have tuned to drop C sharp, whatever it is. I broke that string, the high E on that, and I haven't got my strings replaced. I love that guitar. I forgot. I haven't played it in so long. It sounds awesome, but yeah, we're going with the gold top tonight. The Ting of Beauty.
The Ting
Man,
of
it's
Beauty?
badass. It really is badass, dude.
Is
this
it now?
vibrato, you know, and even when I don't have it plugged in, it resonates. It sounds like an acoustic, man. It rocks really good, but it's got the old P90s in it. So that's what we're rocking tonight, man. So how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm having my first cocktail of the evening, you know, the virus of unknown origin. What's up? Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it.
Tink.
Of course, it has professionally floated lime and salt on the neck. What's up?
Yes, because you know how to do that now because
I was
learned how to do that by
trained by a professional Hispanic bartender that couldn't speak English. You know you've learned something then. When you've learned something communication
authentic.
Barrier gets broken. Yes.
That's it, bro.
Absolutely.
Authentic.
Real Wade Nation says, laugh out loud, Joe, I hope I win big next Friday night at slots.
Big
well,
winner.
you have a good time wasting your money on that shit. I won't
big winner slots.
Big winner slots. No, man, if you've got the money to spend, you go enjoy that. But I don't gamble, man. And I got my reasons. You got a double fist lemons? No, it's limes, dude. It's limes with the Corona. It's lime, dude. Lemon is not.
Oh, is that what you use? Limes with Corona?
Yeah, you gotta have.
I don't know. I don't use that stuff, so I don't know.
Of course not. So, you drink Guinness. It wouldn't even affect the Guinness, man. The
point to the black.
That is so thick that it wouldn't even register. All right, so boys and girls, as usual, I've got the man yelling at me in.
What do we got? Eject! Fire on the flight deck. This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control and we'll be lucky to live through it.
It's the top of the heap. Top of the heap.
Yes.
And you know what we cover at the beginning of the top of the heap. And but as usual, we have to comment on the fact that you don't really want to be on the bottom of that pile. You really don't.
No, I mean, that is just nowhere to be. You win the championship and then you get smothered to death.
You better hold your breath because those guys ain't getting up anytime soon.
I mean, you're just getting destroyed down there. There's no way.
Right.
I sit back. I go, okay, and then I jump on top.
Right, there you go. Run. Do the Brian Parker, man. Run like life depends on it. And then about 10 feet from the pile, stop. And just watch everybody go by, right? And then you jump on them. That's something Parker would do right there. He'd lead you right up to the cliff and say, let's jump, and then watch you go.
Brian would pull the, remember Bill Murray and Stripes go, and then pulled himself back, and his buddy stepped forward.
Right, I'm just teetering here.
Yeah.
And homeboy's
got him.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
That sucks.
Lord Toss says, Joe, what's up, man? It's good to see you, brother. All right. Well, you guys know what's up. We always cover this first thing. It's the war in the Ukraine. I mean, it's more than a year on. And things aren't going well for the Russians, apparently. I couldn't find anything good for the Russians, really, in any headlines. Let's see. A Russian warships retreat from Crimea's waters. as attacks intensify Ukraine.
Yes.
Russia has moved most of its Black Sea Fleet warships from its primary base in Crimea to safer waters in Russian territory.
Safer waters.
According to senior Ukrainian military intelligence officer.
You're at war and you're moving your ships to safer waters.
Yeah.
Commitment? I don't think so.
Doesn't sound like they're very committed. Let's see. What else did I find here? If this thing, I guess it's not going to close. Come on, close for me. All right, there we go. Ukraine downs. Now, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool to see that this weapon system actually works. Now, we were deploying this when we first got into war in Iraq and stuff. Ukraine downs Russian hypersonic missile with U.S. Patriot missiles.
Yeah.
Took one of those things out.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Ukrainian Air Force claims to have downed a Russian hypersonic missile over Kiev using newly acquired American Patriot defense system. And the first known time the country has been able to intercept one of Moscow's most modern missiles. Yeah, that's good news. Good news.
That Patriot,
good to see the stuff we're building and spending all this money on actually works.
Well, I mean, they've used that before. This is not the only war zone that they've used that Patriot missile.
Yeah, I know that they put them.
That system does work.
I want to say, I think
the Gulf War. I know they had them in the Gulf War.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think when they were firing Scuds into Kandahar, I'm pretty sure Patriots were the ones.
Patriot missiles.
Yeah,
we had T-shirts, man. Hell yeah.
Look out, bro.
Yes,
now this is kind of scary right here. I never like to hear this right here. Mad panic evacuation. As IAEI or A, I think that's
AEIOU and sometimes Y.
As alphabet. The alphabet stands for International Atomic Energy Agency, I believe, warns of nuclear accident at Ukraine's. Zaporizhzhia. Oh my God! Here we go.
Zaporizhzhia. Plant occupied by Russian forces.
Plant occupied by Russian forces.
Just smash right through it, dude. I mean, there's no bad way to go there.
I'm just going to say Zaper. Just say Zaper.
There you go.
Fears mount of increased fighting around the contested Zaper nuclear power plant. The UN has said that we must act now to prevent the threat of a severe nuclear accident. And exiled Ukrainian officials said that there were queues of up to 5 hours to escape. Wow. Yikes. I think we got another.
Well,
yeah. And on top of that, Vladimir Putin's troops are escaping in disguise following the nuclear evacuation warning. Apparently, they're mixing in with the populace to get out.
Yeah. Again, commitment issues.
Commitment issues, man.
I think I saw another headline. Whoever the guys, their private military arm that is supposedly working in conjunction with the Russian military says the Russian military is leaving battle zones and leaving their flanks exposed because they're in these joint efforts.
Right.
And he's a private contractor. I'm sure you've seen his name several times. He's supposedly really close to Putin, but he's calling out. I mean, again, you have to take this with a grain of salt. Is this stuff real? But he's saying that the Russian troops are leaving battlefields and leaving his troops exposed on the flank, and really calling them out on a public setting. So that again, that's not good. I mean, if it's true, that kind of headline, whether it's true or not, is not good anyway. So
I think
they've got a whole lot of logistics problems and commitment problems, and again, I think he's bit off way more than he can chew, and I don't know how he backs out without losing face on that deal.
I think he's engulfed himself in his own Vietnam, dude. I really think he has. Let's see who we got here. Tim Hayes says, "Hail, Joe's Atmosphere. Good to see you, brother." Das Wolfen says hello. And
big shout out to everybody that's joining the show. Like and subscribe and help support the channel. But thank you very much for joining, and I hope you have a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Lord Toth says it ain't real. Well, we'll see we'll see down the line. We never know at the time, do we? It could all be a wag the dog situation for all we know. Revealed Vladimir Putin holding thousands of Ukrainians in Nazi-style ghettos and are forced to work or fight. Say, what? In a harrowing development that come more than 14 months into Putin's first invaded Ukraine, Ukrainian investigators found that the Russian military is holding thousands of Ukrainian civilians in filtration camps across the war-torn nation. Wow.
Well, if that's true, and war brings out the ugliest in the human species, and especially your dictators. Somebody needs to get close to this guy. He's well insulated, but somebody needs to slip something in his fucking drink, do something with him, so the rest of Russia can get out of this thing. Because I just don't believe that they all want to be there. And that's just
well, apparently, Putin's oldest ally throws him under the bus. Russian billionaire.
Somebody needs to literally throw this guy's ass under the bus, man. Because the longer this goes on, the closer we creep to a really bad situation. And, nuclear weapons are not off the table with this guy.
No.
Yeah, I would believe that he would go that far.
Yeah. Well, according to this, Russian billionaire Gennady, there's going to be Gennads, Gennady, Timchenko. That sounds like a bunch of first names thrown together, man. Threw his longtime ally Vladimir Putin under the bus when he made an appeal to the European Union's second highest court on Wednesday, in which he asked that the European sanctions that were imposed on him over the war in Ukraine be lifted. It's a businessman trying to businessman trying to save his butt. Yep.
He's trying to separate himself.
Yeah,
and I think you're going to see more of that, because as this thing keeps going sideways, these people that are attached to him that he made promises to are going to start jumping ship, and he's going to be out there taking a crap in the wind by himself when it's all said and done. And that's when it's going to get really scary. When he's at the end of his rope, there's no telling what that guy's going to do.
Let's hope that he doesn't do anything stupid. Okay, getting out of Russia, we've got over 200 dead and many more missing after Congo floods. The death toll from flash floods and landslides in East Congo has risen beyond 200, with many more people still missing, according to the local authorities in the province of South Kivu. They've apparently had a bad natural disaster there. And got to send our prayers out for the folks in the Congo. Of course, there's always war going on there too, and it's just an impoverished nation. It really is.
It really is. And, when they see things, or they have these natural disasters happen to them, I don't know what kind of infrastructure they have as far as levees and things of that nature that we take for granted.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know that they have that kind of thing. So if there's acts of God, a lot of people are going to lose their lives in those things, Yeah. So, definitely say prayers for the people in the Congo.
Faux show. Next up, Danny's favorite subject, King Charles III crowned with regal pomp, cheers, and shrugs. King Charles III was crowned at Westminster Abbey in a ceremony steeped in ancient ritual and brimming with bling at a time when the monarchy is striving to remain relevant in a fractured modern Britain. I don't know anybody that watched this. I know you didn't. And as you can tell by the look on Dan's face, he is totally uninterested in this story right here. But I figured I'd mention it. I just wanted to let the folks know if they've forgotten what you think of the monarchy. But this next one hits a little closer to home for you. This one took place in Allen, Texas at a mall. At least 8 people were killed by a gunman at Texas Mall. Police killed the shooter. A gunman shot and killed 8 people and wounded at least 7 others at a busy mall north of Dallas on Saturday, police said.
Yes, and this is a walking mall. This is an outdoor mall where you walk outside to get to each store. It's not inside, so it's pretty cool. It's right across the road from Kim and I have been there several times, and we go to see the Allen Americans, which is right across the road.
Is that the one that's right across from the arena?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Oof.
So I mean, that's right there.
That
Look,
happened last Saturday, right? Or was it
yeah,
Sunday?
yeah. Last weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
it's some nut job. He looked like he looked like he was one of the jump out boys from the SWAT team. The way he was dressed up and got his can, all black, and he's got all
Mm-hmm.
his ammo belts, and he's out there shooting women and children, and he's a real brave guy.
Yeah.
Thank God, there was a police officer in the area that was responding to something else, heard the shots. He went over and took care of business and put this guy down, but. I don't know what drives people, man, to do that kind of thing, man. I mean,
Yeah. I don't
we talk about
understand
it
it
every
either.
weekend. This story right here is not unique. We talk about it every weekend. A shooting here, shooting there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the solution is. I have a friend at work says, the United States is the only nation in the world that has the freedom to have their own weapons and defend themselves along those lines. And he's firmly convinced that the only way to resolve that is to take all the guns away. So I mean, that's his position. My position is, we have the right to bear arms. It doesn't give us the right to go out and shoot innocent people. I mean,
No,
that's
not at all.
so.
Not at all.
Take all the guns away. I'm not for that, but we've got to look at some things.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I don't know what you do, but it's got to be on the state level.
Yeah.
States put forth bills and they'll vote on it, and whatever
Mm-hmm.
will be.
Yeah.
But it's that story in itself has become all too familiar. So
Yeah.
sad.
Das
Prayers
Wolfen,
out to the families and all.
yeah, for sure. Das Wolfen, talking about the Ukraine, said he wants the Ukraine. He is trying to build the Soviet Union. Well, I've heard that too. He's an ex-KGB guy, so that wouldn't surprise me at
Sure,
all.
sure.
He won't
He
use nukes
longs for the
beyond,
days of Mother Russia.
right? Uh, he won't use nukes beyond maybe a small tactical nuke or two, but even that level, I mean, look,
Yeah,
the fighting
that's using
itself.
nukes, man.
We just had a story about the nuclear power plant there is in danger because of all the fighting going on around it. We gave up the monarchy back in 1776. Yes, we did. Yeah, that's why Danny did.
That and my Irish heritage demands that I have no love for that
Kiss
bunch.
my
But
ass,
you want to
right?
look at them on the world scale and what they've done across
Yeah.
different cultural lines.
Well, they
Anyway,
were
moving on.
colonials. I mean,
Moving on.
yeah.
Make the world England.
Make the world England. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were trying to be the Roman Empire at one time. They were. Yeah. And he also says, all I can say is Malone Lobby. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Explain it to me, Das Wolfen. I'm not as educated as you are, buddy. But yeah, prayers for the people, the victims there in Texas. And let's see, what is going on here? Why do I have nothing on the screen? Come on now. Don't be
What
messing
is
with
happening?
me. No. We got another Texas story, man. I don't know what's going on in Texas. There's a couple of states here. Texas is the first one where we got a lot of stories. Driver in deadly Texas crash charged with manslaughter. This guy looks like a winner. Brownsville, Texas.
Yeah, that's right on the border.
Yep,
right on the
an
border.
SUV driver who killed 8 people when he slammed into a group waiting at a bus stop in Brownsville, Texas, was charged with manslaughter. Police said on Monday as investigators tried to determine if the crash was intentional. Yeah, he drove right into a crowd, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's all about. Yikes.
Don't know. Was the guy inebriated? Or did he have a seizure? You never know. Maybe we'll find out more information later. So
yeah, they don't give it up too much.
Things like this happen,
The other state. Oh, hang on a second. Das Wolfen is busy tonight. It is Greek for come and take it. It is what the Spartans said to the Persians when they demanded they give up their weapons. This is Sparta.
This is Sparta.
The mighty 300.
Well,
yes, very cool. Now we move on to Utah. There's something in the water in Utah now. Check this out, Dan. You see this guy in this picture with the shotgun in his hand? Long
he
Beach
just wiped out his
fatally
family
shot
or something
by
like that.
police in Utah after he killed his brother and set fire to his home.
Damn, dude.
That's him going in. That's the door camera of him
at
going
his
in the
brother's house.
Yes, killed his brother.
Oh wow, I know that, but is this the cam at his brother's house?
That's at his
as
brother's
he's gaining
house.
entry? Oh
Yes.
shit.
Mm-hmm. You know, the headline says it all, but it says, let's see. Police officials later pronounced Scott Roberts dead from gunshot wounds. Scott's wife
from lead poisoning
was right. Was also shot and is receiving medical treatment for her injuries. My mom is alive because my dad fought my uncle and told my mom to run. Kelsey Turner, Scott Roberts' daughter, wrote in a GoFundMe page she set up for her mother. Knowing that my dad died a hero is bringing us a small bit of comfort. Yeah, that's just bizarre, man. I really wish these guys would just
Family Feud. Let's play the feud, man.
Let's play the feud. What the hell? I wouldn't be going to Danny's house. I wouldn't make it through the door, man.
Oh yeah, you would, dude.
Well, not with a shotgun. I wouldn't.
No.
No, I wouldn't. I get put down.
Let me come outside and talk to you.
Right. Let me come outside and talk to you real quick. Let's see. My man says, I think that is more California crazy than Utah crazy. He was from Long Beach. Yeah, I know. But here we go in Utah. Utah author of children's book on grief, charged with murdering her husband.
There you go. There you go.
Corey Richens allegedly
How'd she do it?
her husband,
poison him,
and the father of her 3 children, Eric, with fentanyl slipped into a drink.
Bro, I didn't even know this. I didn't know anything about this. I read the headline and that's it. And I asked you, did she poison? That's what they do. Poison.
There it is.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah. And this girl apparently wrote a book on grief for children.
Sure.
Jeez, wow.
Good for her. She should have been the fucking Simple Jack Award winner. Dog it.
Well, I mean, I think we got a good one though. I think we got.
Yeah, we got a good one. That's for sure.
We got a good one. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for top of the heap. And of course, my man won't let me rest. I swear to God.
What do we got?
We got the Jock Strap. You know what's up, man? It's a different kind of millionaire trying to get over.
Jock Strap.
Trying to get over them cleats. The Jock Strap.
Yeah.
Got cut daddy getting smacked around.
Oh. The place kicker, the holder, man, getting the ball right in the face. That is classic.
Oh, man. Check it out. We'll be talking about this one here in a little bit, but Das Wolfen says Adam Warlock for Simple Jack.
You'll have to enlighten me.
The first one we've got under Simple Jack, it's a sad one, but when Danny first sent this one to me, I remembered the name right away. Our dad was a huge baseball fan, and this guy is from way back in the day. Vida Blue, flame-throwing ace of the athletics dynasty, dies at the age of 73.
That's real freaking young, isn't it? 73.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey.
Yeah. But
Vida
the name is classic, right? Vida Blue. You always
Vida
remember
Blue.
that name.
What a name for a pitcher.
Yeah.
For a pitcher.
And you
of
also
all
remember
things,
what's going on up the upper right there with the fishing gear and whatnot.
We've got naked fishing going on, apparently. G-string fishing. I don't know. I guess they're using their thongs as bait.
What's going on,
bro.
man?
I don't know, bro. But they seem to want us to see what's going on here.
You know what I'm saying?
A flame-throwing left-hander who became the youngest MVP in American League and National League history in 1971 and helped the Athletics win 3 straight World Series championships from 1972 to 74. Died on Saturday.
I believe Reggie Jackson was on those teams as well.
Was
they had a pretty stout team. Yeah, yeah. Those A's of the early 70s were dominant. They really were.
Yeah, he was dominant. I do remember the name. But
Vida
winning
Blue,
3
what a
world
name,
championships in a row, that's insane in baseball, dude. I would wonder if that's ever happened before or since. I mean,
well, the Yankees won a lot of freaking titles. I wouldn't be surprised they won 2 or 3 in a row. I mean, at one time, the Yankees were just winning it all the time.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's one for the chat. Somebody want to look at it and see.
Yeah,
but,
Doss.
Yeah.
See if you can find the longest winning streak in the World Series in a row, because that's 3 in a row, 72 to 74. That's crazy. But yeah, he says Vida Blue was a legend, and E. Clay Thomas.
Yep.
She really knows how to handle a rod. Oh my God. But yeah, Vida Blue was a great pitcher. I was sad to hear that one. And sticking with baseball, we're gonna go ahead and check out the standings in the different sports right now. You know, it's not my time of the year, but you guys may be into these sports. Yeah, the
Red Sox are moving, man.
Have picked it up, man. They've gotten
on the move, bro.
And like we said, they're all within a couple of games of each other, and it looks like the Tampa Bay Rays have started to slump a little bit. They're coming back to the pack. They're getting reeled in, bro.
Slump, right? 6-4 in their last 10. I mean, the pace that they were on, they're just not going to stay that way. But
right.
You know, Boston's making their move. Baltimore is very steady. Again, the AL East is going to be. I mean, it's the hardest division in baseball. It is the hardest division in baseball. It really is.
And since
Boston's gone on the road and they did well against Philadelphia. They won their series against Philadelphia. They split with the Braves, 2 really good teams in the NL. So yeah, they're playing well.
Damn. Sorry, Dos Wolfen, your Royals are in the basement, man. He's a Kansas City fan.
I'm a huge Kansas City Royals fan, man. I watch them, because I got the ticket, and I definitely watch the Royals. They're a young team. They got some good pieces there, but it seems like they've been playing a little bit better now that it's gotten warmer. So their bats are starting to warm up. So, yeah, I mean, that division's there to be had. So
you called it, Dan. Yankees, 1949 through 53, 5 years straight. Yeah,
I hate to say it,
it's still dominant. I don't care. It's still pretty
sure.
dominant.
Absolutely, it is.
Dominant. But that's the standings at this point in the season. We really don't care about anything else, but except the East.
The AL East. That's it.
The AL East. That's all that matters. And also, let's take a look at the playoffs in the NBA as they sit right here. I can blow this up a little bit, I think. Not much.
The Boston Celtics are starting to go in the tank. They got to win tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, they're down 3-2. They've got to win out, don't they? Got to win out. They're going up against the 76ers.
Maybe they have a pre-appointed date with the Bruins they got to keep, so.
Oh. He almost made the Bruins Simple Jack Award winner 2 weeks in a row. He's still heartbroken over that shit.
Disappointed.
Dos Wolfen says there can only be one good ball team in Missouri at a time, and I would rather that be the Chiefs. Okay, got you, man. He's a football guy like me. But yeah, we got the Nuggets down. Well, I guess they're up 3-2 on the Suns. The Heat is up 3-2 on the Knicks, and looks like
the frapping Lakers, dude, are up 3-2 on the Warriors.
Are up on the Warriors? Oh, Warriors.
Yes.
You can't let that happen, man.
It's going to happen. The NBA is maneuvered to get this freaking Lakers into that damn playoff, and garbage. If the Celtics go down, I'm going to be pulling for the Nuggets. I think of all these teams left, I believe they're the only team that haven't won the title. Is the Nuggets.
The Nuggets? Denver Nuggets?
Yep.
Okay.
Not even in the ABA, I don't think they won.
All right. Well, break this down for us as much as you hate to. We got the Kraken.
Look,
is that what they're called? Seattle?
The Kraken and Dallas
are tied.
Are battling. Florida is up 3-1. They were up 3-0 on Toronto, but couldn't close the deal, so they're up 3-1 on Toronto.
I think you got if Toronto came back on them.
Yeah. Side note: this is only the second year in the league for the Kraken, so there's a lot of parity in hockey. The Dark Knights, the Golden Knights, and the Oilers, 2-2 tie, two really good teams right there. Either one could take it all. My money, though, with all the teams left, my money is on Carolina. Carolina is a tough team
right now, man.
They are a tough team. They're deep. They're young. They got some good goaltending. Of the teams that are left, I really like those Carolina Hurricanes. That's what I think will win out. But I'm pulling for the Golden Knights because that's Mr. Bo's team. So
that's Bo's team.
Got to pull for them.
We knew that.
Yep.
The Vegas team. The Golden Knights, he likes them. He'd been on board with them, kind of like me with the Seahawks. Day one.
Yep.
So
Day one.
That's his team. But I'm with you on Carolina. I watched them the other night, man. They're a damn good team, dude.
Carolina is tough. They roll 4 lines, and their coach is he's won a title as a player with Carolina, and I think with Pittsburgh. Anyway, he knows what it takes to win. He's a great coach, and that's a tough-minded team right there. So. Yeah.
Okay, so we change our focus to wrestling. This is one Danny sent me, and I'll probably be talking about this one Sunday too. Former WWE SmackDown star will retire in August after 23-year career. He is just 40 years old.
Wow,
and
he's been doing
guy,
this for.
It says WWE SmackDown. Really, you guys are going to remember this guy as Gunner from Impact. He was in WWE 2017 through 2021. But he was in Impact most of the time in TNA wrestling. Gunner, he's a tough guy, man. Really good wrestler, but I guess he's had some wear and tear on his body. I'll admit I've been wishy-washy. Okay, I want to do this. I don't want to do this, but I do feel like, man, it's time to step away. Not necessarily
23 years in the wrestling game. That's
that's a long time. Not everybody wrestles into their freaking 60s like Ric Flair. Some of them are sensible about it and get out before they get busted up too bad. But
do you blame Ric Flair or do you blame the promoters that keep bringing him up into the ring?
Yeah, because
his
Rick,
fan base is always going to come out.
He's going to keep trying to fucking wrestle, no doubt.
And his name puts fannies in the seats. That's at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. So.
Yeah, it does. But man, you're right. The promoters need to stop hiring that dude. I mean, for his own good, because he'll keep doing it as long as they let him, because he loves it.
Well, yeah.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Danny, when I first started watching wrestling again in 2014, he had just had a win or lose your career match with Shawn Michaels not too many years before I started watching again. And he was on the pregame shows for WWE, but he didn't last long doing it because whenever they'd ask him about the old days, he'd start crying on set, man. That's how much that guy loves the game, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, sure. That's what he is. That's what he defines himself with. That's he is Space Mountain. That's who he is. So
so
there you go.
Yeah. Let's see. And we found out this week that, and we reported on this whenever it first happened last year, former WWE star Sarah Lee, 30 years old, died by suicide. Texas medical examiner rules. Now, when they say suicide, it's due to her death has been ruled a suicide by mixed drug toxicity. As amphetamines, doxylamine, and alcohol were found in her system. So it may not have been a suicide. It may just been, kind of like
the lethal mix right there, dude.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like Heath Ledger or Michael Jackson or a lot of these guys,
easy to call that a suicide, but I don't know unless you know their mindset. Are they really wanting to off themselves, or is it just bad decisions?
Yeah. A lethal cocktail of drugs is when you don't know what you're taking, like for instance, I don't know if you know this or not, Dan, but Bruce Lee passed away because of that. There was a lot of speculation about what happened to him and all this. And I saw an interview with Chuck Norris not too long ago. And he said, look, there's a lot of speculation about this. It's very simple. he took an antibiotic that didn't agree with a drug he was taking for his migraines. He suffered from migraines, and somebody gave him something to try and help him out, and he dropped into a coma from it. It was a lethal mix of 2 different drugs.
That's why it's so important that if you're taking prescription drugs, and you really got to consult with a physician before you start taking something on top of it, even an antihistamine.
Yeah.
If you're taking prescription drugs, you really need to make sure what you can and cannot take with that prescription drug.
And make sure your doctor knows what you're on. Especially if you're like switching doctors or going to an ER. Somebody's got to know what you're taking, man. So that can get passed on. So yeah, definitely that's a sad story right there. That's it for our sports section. And of course, man, as soon as I say something,
What do we got?
it's the Flix, man. That's what we got here.
Freaking Luke getting his freaking hand smacked off because he's a chump. And the golden diaper for the win.
Golden diaper.
Bones. For the win.
For the win. Have you seen the trailer for this thing, Dan?
No, I refuse, dude. I can't watch it, man. No.
There's a couple of movies coming out soon that I just don't understand why anybody would want to go see them. I'm like, why? Look, even your guy Stallone.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
That's why.
Even the Stallonians, man. He's doing a sequel to Cliffhanger of all things.
Yes.
Cliffhanger. What?
I'm hoping he falls off the freaking mountain, dude. Because he's so old. He loses his grip and just falls. And maybe when he hits the ground, he just kind of poof, because he's old as dust. So
I saw him this morning on Kelly or whatever it is, that morning show on ABC. And he looks great. He was on there with his 4 daughters. Apparently he's doing a reality show now with his daughters. So, okay.
No doubt. The guy keeps himself in excellent condition.
Yeah, he does. Last weekend being the week of May 5th through the 7th, we all know what the big winner was. It was a highly anticipated 3rd chapter in the Guardians trilogy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Hell yeah, bro.
It made $118 million.
This one
right here. Now, real quick, before we move on, I got to say, I think that it was a good show. It did have its problems. First of all, it's the worst soundtrack out of any of them. Really didn't enjoy the music as much as I did. And, the classic music that they put into it. Didn't really enjoy. I love the Rainbow song being in there. Since You've Been Gone, that was a great one. But everybody's falling back on friggin' Beastie Boys these days for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's
the
like
Beastie Boys are the gift that keeps on giving, bro. The Beastie Boys are awesome.
But the stuff with now, there's going to be spoilers, folks. Me and my brother are going to talk about this for a second. So whenever I bring these things back up, that's when you know it's okay. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. The friggin' rocket stuff was fantastic. I loved the rocket stuff. And it was nice to see a bad guy that you didn't have to have feelings for. This guy was an evil motherfucker that nobody liked.
He was bad.
The High Evolutionary was not a nice guy.
Worst of the worst, man.
Yeah, he was.
And it was cool that, and we talked about this pre-show. It was nice to see because they really delve into Rocket's background, and it is not a pretty sight at all. And they bring that to you, and you see his pain, where it comes from, where it originates from, and where his anger comes from.
Yeah.
And a movie that's under the Disney moniker, to go that deep into that and really get in your face about that, I was impressed. I was really concerned about how they would bring this thing to the screen. But they did really good, and it's difficult to watch. It's dark, man, but I love the movie. I thought it was great. Yeah,
but I saw a couple of stories. One person was upset about the animal cruelty in it, and then another person was upset about the children in cages thing, which they were.
Well, all that shit should upset you. I mean,
it should upset you, but this is the deal. They're projecting their causes on the screen. It's part of the story. Okay, it's not like they were graphic with it. They weren't pulling legs off of piglets or anything like that. But, you know, hey, this guy was chopping people up and reforming them, trying to create the perfect society. And
what he considered to be the perfect society.
Basically, boys and girls, he was the movie version of Joseph Mengele. He was that guy. He was the mad scientist, right? And so, you know, I'm like, guys, just look. It's a PG-13 movie. I saw one guy getting mad because he took his kid to it. I'm like, why would you take your kid to a James Gunn movie anyway? This guy, if you must have never seen a James Gunn movie before, you know?
Well, he probably didn't. Maybe he was considering it's just, you know, comic book, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he lives in a cave, but PG-13 anymore these days, I wouldn't take any kid to go see a PG-13 movie because they really push the envelope on these ratings, and they push in as much stuff. I mean, so if you as a parent don't do your due diligence and at least screen this thing before you take your kids, then that's on you. Worst thing I ever did was I took my kids to see Minority Report.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. 2 minutes into that, I was like, holy shit, I messed up here. Yeah. So you really got to,
had to have some conversations you weren't ready to have, right?
Yeah, well, I really felt bad about that. So, yeah, as parents, we really need to look at these things before we start, you know, bringing our kids. And then you're going to be upset after the fact.
The couple of things I didn't like them making Pete a drunk at the beginning of it because of Gamora. I didn't like that. I'm like, come on, you know, he's got more backbone than that. The other thing was, and it's because the character should have come in. The thing we have to remember is this movie was supposed to be made like 5 years ago, and James Gunn got fired over some stupid shit he said years ago. And then he went and made a movie for DC, right? The Suicide Squad movie. And then he came back to do this, right?
Which I love, the Suicide Squad.
Right, yeah. And no doubt. I like the guy's movie making. Yeah. But Adam Warlock in the comics, he's the guy that resolves the friggin' Infinity War. He's the guy that gets the glove and brings everybody back and everything. You know, he was supposed to be in that story. And he wasn't. So this is how they decided to bring him into things, and kind of like what they've done with your boy, the Hulk. They made him the butt of jokes.
At least they brought him into things.
Yeah, true. They did. Yeah. But that's the other thing I didn't like. I didn't like how they handled Adam Warlock. I would have liked to see, I mean, when he first came in, he was whooping ass trying to get the rocket. That was cool. But after that, he was just a joke, you know, and I was like, man, you know, they should have had him coming at the end to help him out. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe they'll do their own spin-off movie if he's that big.
Oh, he's going to be in stuff going forward.
You can't let him dominate the Guardians. That's a Guardians movie. So, hey, it is what it is. So,
but it was a fun movie. Enjoyed the post-credit scenes. Those were cool. That one of him sitting there at the breakfast table with his grandfather was great.
You know what I mean?
That was awesome. But great movie. Okay, so the rest of the box office, boys and girls, and we're clear of spoiler territory here, guys. The rest of the box office was meager, to say the least. The only one that was in double digits was Super Mario, and it's still, you know, doing good. It's past 1 billion worldwide already. Evil Dead Rise, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and Love Again all rounded out the top 5. John Wick is still making some bread.
John Wick, Dungeons is still, Air is still there.
Air is still there, but it's all in the single millions. They're going to be out of there pretty soon. But Guardians dominating, and the Rotten Tomatoes score looks like the critics and audiences alike both like it. It's got a 95% audience score and 82% critic score. I would recommend it. It's a good movie, but don't take your kids to it. It's not a kid's movie.
No. Little note about the Guardians. I was hell-bent on not seeing this movie because to date, when the first Guardians came out, I was not into these collaboration type movies because I just thought the stories were so scattered that I just never enjoyed them. And Kim and Kayla went and saw this thing, and she raved about it. And so I went and saw Guardians. My favorite Marvel comic book movies are the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love them, all three of them. Just love them to death. Yeah.
See, your favorites are those.
Great action, great stories, all the gambit of emotions, love, hate, laughter, sadness, everything is right there in this great cohesive story amongst all of those characters. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Your favorite trilogy is the Guardians trilogy. My favorite trilogy is the Captain America trilogy. That's my favorite one. I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All three of those movies are fucking great. But the third one should have been an Avengers movie. Civil War really isn't a Captain America movie. It's a it should have been an Avengers movie, if you ask me. But yeah, it's doing good. And Disney needs it, man. Disney needs it because according to their quarterly call today, Disney loses 4 million subscribers, prepares to pull some content. Disney has quite plussed up its subscriber numbers this year. Ahead of the Disney company's quarterly earnings call, the Bob Iger-run company revealed that Disney Plus saw a loss of 4 million subscribers. The numbers mark a continued decline for the streamer, having lost 2.4 million in its last quarter of 2022. The largest trunk.
Classic rando.
So yeah, they're about to merge with Hulu, and they're going to drop a bunch of stuff apparently. And I don't understand that move. If you're trying to make money, why would you do that? Why would you dump a bunch of your product? Of course, they could be paying licenses for stuff they don't own anymore. I don't know.
What are they dumping? I mean, did they say what they're
well,
dumping?
we don't know exactly what they're going to dump, but they're going to dump a bunch of
They need to dump all of their freaking most current freaking Marvel lines. I can tell you that. All that shit is crap. So they need to just jettison that shit and go back to whoever did the Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and say, hey, can you come on board and rekindle these things? Because we really fucked that up. So
yeah.
That's what they
I hope that Knock is not watching this part. I warned everybody, and I told him when I'd be back, bro. So you can't put that on me, Matt. My man Knock, he hates spoilers. He hates spoilers. But we warned folks. I told people when to watch. So okay. The next story we've got in the Flix has to do with somebody I really like. Jamie Foxx is still hospitalized. Family prepares for worst.
That's not
conflicting
good.
reports about the actor's conditions have caused confusion among fans. Really been going through it last month. While filming a new Netflix film, the actor was hospitalized for a still undisclosed medical condition. So, and he's still in the hospital.
Yeah, this is a week going on now, and he's still in the hospital. I mean, those headlines are not good. I mean, it's all speculation, right? But when you see those kind of headlines, family prepares for the worst.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. There's not a whole lot of ray of hope right there. He's been
hospitalized for a while. It's it's
yeah,
very weird. And this one, this one's just a shame. But one of our favorite actors, Christopher Reeves, guy that played in the original Superman movie. Well, I say original. It's not the original Superman movie, but the big one from our childhood, the 77 Superman movie. He got hurt on a horse and was paralyzed from the neck down.
An equestrian accident.
Well, apparently this one took a Miss Universe finalist, Sierra Ware, died at 23. Heaven gained the most beautiful angel, and apparently it happened in a tragic horse riding accident. Says here,
man, that horse right there is tearing somebody up.
I'm telling you, he's getting a piece of that.
Get over here.
What is going on there?
Get out of my shot, man. I'm on camera. Get out of here.
I'll nip you. Boy, you
shouldn't have been there.
Get nipped either. Ware was riding at the Windsor Polo Grounds in her native Australia on April 2nd, or when her horse took a tumble. She was rushed to Westmead Hospital, where she spent 2 days on life support before dying from fatal injuries.
She probably suffered the hangman's injury.
Right.
Usually what happens is they get ejected over the top of the head of the horse, and they come down their head. That's what happened to Christopher Reeve as well.
Yeah.
Just snap your neck, and that's it for you.
That's it for you, man. Oof.
Yeah.
So prayers for her family. But that's what I thought of when I saw the story. It said tragic horse riding accident. I said, oh my God, another one? Lord Almighty, man.
Yeah.
Yep. The two things that rich people get hurt a lot by, it's really weird. Snow skiing accidents and horse riding accidents, man. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, those are expensive things to do. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so he's yelling at me again, man. What, I mean,
because he's an idiot.
Again! What do we got? What do we got?
we got the earthquakes, man.
We got the Joker.
Joker trying to put
The Joker.
scare on, right?
Yeah. Check her out, man.
Yikes, man. Let's see. My man, Small Time Republic says riding in cars and planes with Ted Kennedy gets you hurt too. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you shouldn't be in. Yeah, especially with Ted Kennedy. You don't want none of that.
Yeah.
Okay, boys and girls, it's earthquake time, and we had a bunch of them this week. Some of the stuff you didn't see in Top of the Heap, you're fitting to see now. And the number one story probably was Trump reacts after being found liable for defamation battery in E. Jean Carroll case.
Classic rando.
Oh, man. Yeah, this was a civil suit. The jury found the former president liable for a battery and defamation in the E. Jean Carroll case. She brought the lawsuit.
I mean, he is just under assault, man.
Yeah, he is.
Golly.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Said that she violated her at a department store. Yikes, man. There's nothing good to say about that. And apparently there was enough there to where and he says
now,
he's going to
what year did this alleged occurrence happen?
Does
it say?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I just have to find it real quick.
It's all about timing, right? So it's time to start ramping up for the next presidential election, and a lot of these things are coming out, and it's all about smashing his character. But
It says
again,
they
I don't
first
know.
met in 1987. Apparently, this happened a while ago.
Look, see?
Yeah.
So why does it come out now, right? What's that thing you got? Who benefits? Who's got whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's all about
yeah.
smearing
The questions
him.
you got to
That's
ask
all it is.
yourself, right, Dan? You got to ask yourself these questions.
Why was Kennedy killed? Who benefited? Who has the power to cover it up?
No doubt, man. You got to ask yourself those questions. But I did see part of a video where he mistakenly said this girl was Melania, his ex-wife. So the guy's definitely got a type. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, yeah, he's got a type, and I mean, he's been on record on audio saying, because of his
that didn't. They brought that up in the trial too. Yeah,
sure. I mean, when you live in a certain atmosphere, that's your reality, So
yeah.
But it's all about timing. It's all about smearing him. But again, I don't know that does anything. They're trying to sway the people in the middle. That's all they're targeting, because the people on the extreme left and right are not going to be bothered by these things at all. It's about gaining the middle.
Yep.
And that's going to hurt him. So there you go.
But what helped him was last night. Trump digs in on election lies, insults accuser during CNN town hall event. The former President Trump dug in his heels on the election of 2020. And the girl that was, I was on a stream with a guy. I got to see some of this last night after I was done streaming. And the guy that runs in our circles named, he runs Whatever Cast. His name's Wes. He had me on while we were looking at the stuff. And my gosh, man, this girl was trying to bait him into, getting mad and everything. And I got to give it to him. He didn't buckle, and he brought receipts for every answer he had, man. At one point, he actually pulled out some documents that he had in his pocket. He knew they were going to ask him, and he started rattling off, about, what happened on the 6th, right? On your birthday, that year.
Yeah, I know.
And we get to remember that your birthday for that.
That's awesome, right?
This time, right? But
thanks.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, folks. But he had the receipts. He was telling people well beforehand. Be the police there. They're our friends. We're the law and order party. Do not be violent. That do not cause trouble. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Be peaceful.
Yeah.
He was saying it the whole time. Let's see. Small Time Republic says, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke Kanye West.
There you go.
But yeah, Trump looked good last night on CNN. CNN put him on there on a town hall meeting, and I think they were trying to make him look bad, and it backfired big time.
Yeah.
It really did. He was ready, man. No
Yeah.
doubt about it. Let's see what else we got under the earthquakes. Oh yeah, this was probably the biggest earthquake of the week. On top of that one, Tucker Carlson just moved from one mercurial media boss to another. Tucker Carlson announced this week, Tuesday, his plans to bring his primetime show to Twitter.
Yeah.
He's going to Twitter. Of course, he was ousted from Fox News. Host switched to social media is not based on any new contract. Musk tweeted out that he didn't offer him any money or anything like that. It's unclear how much freer he'll feel at Musk's Twitter. Now, I've started this show right now is going out on Twitter. So hi to everybody on Twitter. I stopped broadcasting on Facebook and started going over there because he did set it up to where creators can put their stuff out live. And that's what Tucker's planning on moving his show to. So we'll see. We'll see how he does over there. We'll see if he has a following. But, man, the video that he put out on it, it's had hundreds of millions of views, man. It's pretty.
Well, he's got
crazy.
a following, so,
Yep.
they're going to follow him.
Following. Yep.
Yep. Jim Jones had a following, too.
This is true. And they all drank the Kool-Aid, too, whether they wanted to or not.
Did. Yes, they did.
It kind of took them into
people that thirst for a leader, man, they're going to follow whoever's the most charismatic and whoever they freaking idolize and, relate to. So
yep.
I'm not surprised this guy's got a big following over on Twitter. So,
Another article we got here, Marjorie Taylor Greene says she finally has evidence to impeach Joe Biden. After introducing several unsuccessful articles of impeachment against Joe Biden since his inauguration on January 2021, Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene said she now has evidence to prove the president's alleged crimes.
Yeah, she doesn't know what time it is.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
She doesn't know what she's up against.
She doesn't know what she's up against because, hey, the big guy, he's got it handled, don't he? The big guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the big guy's got it handled.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to be as tough to crucify as friggin' Trump has been. But Joe's still got that albatross around his neck in the form of
Hunter.
Your favorite guy, Hunter.
That's my dude, man.
Hunter.
He's out there living his best life.
Classic rando.
A major bombshell about Hunter Biden's child support lawsuit was just filed in court as he attempts to lower payments. He's got that the child support lawsuit going on, and this one. The White House prepares for possible charges against Hunter Biden. Federal prosecutors' investigation into possible crimes involving taxes and gun purchases appears near completion.
We've been talking about that for over a year now. They're not going to do anything. He's not going to be charged. If he is, he's not going to do any jail time. This is all, sickening. Whatever, dude. Once one of these fuckers goes to jail, I don't give a shit what side of the aisle they're on. One of these lawbreakers goes to jail, then I'll say, oh, okay, the system works. But no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. Sorry.
Yeah. Justice is blind.
It is, man. You get the justice that you can afford.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
That is the reality. Another reality, the the WHO, the World Health Organization, downgrades COVID pandemic, says it's no longer an emergency. So I guess we can all sleep better.
What does Pete Townsend
tonight.
know about the freaking COVID pandemic? Nothing. Roger Daltrey, was he an expert? I don't think so. How in the fuck is the WHO involved in this? I don't get it. It's bullshit, man. Out of control.
That would be the World Health Organization, my friend. Don't you know?
Oh. One and the same as far as I'm concerned.
Pete Townsend's running the show. Also, we got this one. Indiana sheriff's deputy dies after protecting her son from dog attack, officials say. This girl, sucks, she was 46. She worked for Marion County Sheriff's Office, and she was protecting her 8-year-old son. I think that the police that respond killed the dog. They said it was a pit bull breed. And hang on just a second. Down here, it says a spokesman for, let's see. Spokesman for Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department said the attacking dog was not owned by White. That's her name. Her last name is White. And police have identified the owner. They declined to release further information about the dog's owner. In a statement, Indianapolis Animal Care Services said workers impounded the deceased dog, 3 additional dogs, and a cat from the home. So
the department said they could not confirm the breeds without DNA tests, but said all dogs appeared to be a pit bull type.
Yes.
You know what? I'm sorry this lady lost her life, but, you know, I hate these freaking articles, man, because pit bull type, you know, pit bull. I mean, there's just such a stigmatism put on that breed of dog, and that is one of the smartest breeds, one of the most loyal breeds. You know, if you look back in the American history, you know, back when we were patriotic in this country, the pit bull was very prominent in military, you know, film.
Yeah.
But now there's a stigmatism put on the pit bull because
Danny's
of
shithead. I was never scared around him.
Shithead owners that look. You take any dog and mistreat it, any animal and mistreat it, it's going to be dangerous.
Yep.
Because they have inherently they're a wild animal.
Yeah, they are.
And just pit bulls, the way they're singled out is horseshit. I've owned them. They're wonderful dogs. Family-oriented dogs. You never find a smarter breed.
Our Uncle Phil had one when we were kids. Yeah. You know, I've got no problem with it, but it's all about how they're raised. And I found that out whenever I owned my first chow, because they were supposed to be really vicious and everything. And I saw him go after I saw Chewy go after somebody once. It was because it was, you know, Pat acting like he owned the house, walking in when, you know, without checking first, you know, and I had to go grab the dog because he was going after him. I was like, dude, you can't do that, you know. But man, it's all about how they're raised, though. I mean, the first time I had to get on to Chewy, after that, you would have thought she understood English when I spoke. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's a shame. But the person needs to be prosecuted, and that whole deal is the owner, not the animal. No doubt.
Yep.
Okay. The next one, rented lips. Archaeologists spot strange structures underwater, find 7,000-year-old road.
That's pretty interesting.
Check that out, man.
Pretty interesting.
Archaeologists have discovered the sunken ruins of a 7,000-year-old road that once linked an ancient artificial landmass to the Croatian island of Korčula. I wonder if it has to do with Dracula. Korčula.
Oh yeah.
The submerged road, along with several other artifacts, belonged to a lost maritime culture known as Havar.
Exactly, dude.
Havar. Who occupied this area during the Neolithic era. Yeah, man. Wow. That's pretty cool stuff. A road
that is
under
pretty
the
cool
water.
Stuff, man.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. This one almost made the Simple Jack Award. A U.S. couple were caught smuggling suitcases packed with hundreds of pounds of fruit roll-ups. I'm not making this up. Fruit roll-ups into Israel due to shortages from viral TikTok trend, reports say.
Freaking Chinese.
650 pounds of candy has been seized at the Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv. Local news reported there is a fruit roll-up shortage due to the TikTok trend that involves filling the snack with ice cream. Wow.
I keep going back to the movie Idiocracy. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it because we are living out that movie right now in this world.
It is crazy.
It's just dumber and dumber and dumber.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. Let's see. Okay, the next one I want to go to is right here, and it's all about Bud Light, baby. You know this is still going on. Anheuser-Busch CEO tells investors Mulvaney promotion was not a formal campaign.
Sure. Try to walk that shit back now. Give it a rest.
This was the result of one can.
All the horses have left the barn.
Dorcius said in the video call obtained by Fox Business, it was not made for production or sale to general public. It was one post, not a formal campaign in the advertisement. Yeah, they're crawfishing like a son of a bitch, aren't they? And they're steadily losing money. Oh, my God.
All the horses have left the barn. What are you doing? It is way past Miller time, man.
Now, it's way past Miller time. And see, Coors Light and Miller are doing better because of that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, bring it on. I showed you that clip last week.
They've lost their mind, and we're reaping all the benefits.
That's it. Jim Brewer said it was a mob hit. What? You can't fail, huh?
Crazy.
Come here. Wham, wham, wham. Take them all out. Now, this one is a public service announcement, boys and girls. And I don't know, does your wife use one of these? I know she posts about her exercise bike. Peloton recalls 2.2 million exercise bikes immediately stop using CPSC.
We don't use one of those. No, not the bike. We have the treadmill type. I was just using it yesterday, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have the bike type, though. Mm-hmm.
Well, it says they're recalling him due to the seat post breaking during use, which would not be good. I don't think you're supposed to sit on that thing without a seat.
That's not good.
Oh, Peloton has received 35 reports of seat post breaking and detaching from its original bike, which has led to 13 reports of injuries, including a fractured wrist, lacerations, and bruises. Peloton said in a news release. Well, at least they're being open and honest about it. That's a refreshing change right there. That's good. But yeah, if you own one of these Peloton bikes that they're talking about here, the exercise bikes, stop using it and get that thing back where you bought it from, man. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Check the model number on that and return it if it meets that criteria for sure. You don't want to lose that seat mid-ride. You know what I mean? That would be good.
Damn. What the
Ouch.
hell? Yep. And apparently there's been a rash of this here lately, Dan. Supreme Court says man who spent 46 years in prison deserves wrongful conviction compensation. Decision announced Friday. The Louisiana Supreme Court upheld an appeals court ruling that deemed Jones factually innocent of the 1971 rape and paved the way for him to be compensated financially for decades he spent behind bars. Well, yeah, he should. Sure. If you guys got it wrong, you should be paying him. No doubt. You took away years of life.
Yeah, state of Louisiana gets to pay this guy now. So the people that got it wrong, they're not the ones paying him.
Yeah.
Get that right now.
Yeah, that's true. It's the state of Louisiana. Absolutely.
That's the taxpayers going to pay him. So the people that fucked it up, they're not paying that.
No.
They got no skin in the game on that deal.
Okay. So, boys and girls, when I get quiet, you know what that means. It's time to buckle your chin strap.
Oh, I get my hat on.
You got to tighten things up. You got to get the pads on. You know, you got to get ready. You know, because
it's about to get real.
It's about to get real up in here, man. It's about to get real because, you know, as Bill Paxton likes to say,
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Yeah, dude. Buck your chin strap. Get all that shit ready because guess what? It's time to turn out the
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Man, dude. Kurt Warner was, dude.
That never gets old, man.
He got erased from the football field. One clean swoop, just gone. I'm really surprised his cleats didn't go flying in two different directions, man. Good Lord.
His jock, you know, balls on the ground.
Blast all the pads off of him. You know, just an explosion of football gear, right? Woof. Yikes.
I tell you right now, you know, that's probably the only time I'm going to see the Saints win the Super Bowl in my lifetime. But that team was monstrous. That defense was all about just creating havoc, bro.
Yeah.
Love it.
Greg Williams, man.
Love it.
His mantra, you know what his mantra is? Hit the quarterback. Hit him again.
The quarterback.
Hit him again. And when you're done with all of that, do me a favor. Hit him again.
Hit the freaking quarterback, dude.
Whoa. No. I got my friggin' wire under my foot.
Cut the head off. That's what happens when the Saints get a hold of a quarterback.
Yeah,
Bam. Just shit goes flying.
You're shell-shocked. You don't know what to do. You're not yourself. You know?
No. Kurt Warner was never himself.
Never again. Never again. He was not.
He's like,
well,
fuck that.
Boys and girls,
that.
My final word kind of plays into that last one. It's Louisiana. And I've got a few articles here that I think my brother will enjoy. Yes. Only in Louisiana.
A good light. Please, a good light.
Only in Louisiana. Report details alleged misconduct of two former Louisiana government officials. Now, this particular official right here. Let's see. What was her name? Let's see. The document. Those same documents reveal that Hull's role in the man's eventual dismissal from his lucrative state job under a cloud of controversy and alleged government oversight that ended with Hull being installed as his replacement and her own downfall after a drug and weapons arrest. She replaced this guy. Okay. He was the Louisiana General Inspector, right?
Classic rando.
And he met her in a strip club. This girl was a stripper. Yeah.
Of course she was.
I mean, this goes far only in Louisiana. It goes as far back as Huey P. Long. Politicians and strippers hanging out together. You can't do that. It's a mixture that should not be tampered with.
You can in the state of Louisiana. You can in the state of Louisiana.
Apparently so.
Okay.
This one, Danny, you'll love this, man. Friggin', there's a viral video going around of what was going on Cinco de Mayo.
I saw this, dude. I saw it. Shreveport repping up. There you go. Classy.
Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can get this full screen. Doesn't look like I can.
Classy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shreveport.
Up and down on the top of a friggin' semi-truck. This is late
Martin
night
Transport
in the club district on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
This is Shreveport, Louisiana.
There you go, Shreveport.
Yikes.
Hell yeah.
And then
when you go into Shreveport, Louisiana, people, trust me on this. When you go into Shreveport, Louisiana, you go into
the danger zone. Danger
Danger zone.
No doubt, man.
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
Of course, just to reinforce this, they had another article this week about the 10 most dangerous cities in the U.S. and how many are in Louisiana. Well, every major city.
1, 2, 3
on that list. We are at number, let's see, where is it? I know they're in here. Oh, yeah, it's 8, 9, and 10. New Orleans, Louisiana is number 8. Shreveport, Louisiana is number 9. And Baton Rouge, Louisiana is number 10. Come on, guys.
Louisiana.
Turn it around,
The
people.
danger zone. Danger zone. Danger zone. Danger zone.
We got to turn it around in Louisiana, man. It's pretty sad.
Louisiana is the danger zone, man.
It's the danger zone, bro. Well, let's see what we got here. Railway Nation says, Joe, backdoor Crisco. Whatever, man. I don't do backdoor stuff. That's Gary's thing. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. I forgot.
What just happened to the show?
No, this is something. This right here, Dan, he's talking about backdoor stuff. This is a running joke on another channel on Pop Culture Minefield.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, dude, it's funny. They have he's got different videos about the back door from every friggin' movie, cartoon. One of them, Scooby-Doo, even. It's ridiculous. But anyway, you know what time it is, boys and girls. It's time to award that person that's trying to do the right thing and just can't quite seem to get it done. The Simple Jack Award, boys and girls, goes out to that one person that's trying to get things done, trying to do the right thing, and just can't quite seem to get it right. For some reason, they just can't get it right. And this time, it's pretty much a freak. I'm going to read the headline, and Danny will tell you the rest of the story. A cruise ship passenger found a hidden camera that had filmed over 150 people changing or using the bathroom. A man was arrested after the FBI said video showed him setting it up. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so we're talking about trying to do the right thing. That's what our setup says. What is he trying to be, an action photojournalist? I don't know what he's trying to accomplish here. On a Royal Caribbean cruise, he sets up a freaking camera that he's got Wi-Fi and memory stick on, and he's recording people coming into the bathroom, getting changed, using the restroom, just some really bizarre shit, and some really young people.
As low as 4 years old.
This guy, okay, so he's going to put all this money together to take this 7-day cruise on Royal Caribbean to have the time of his life. And what's going to set it off for this clown is to set up a fucking live camera feed watching people use the bathroom. Now, that guy went full fucking retard. And that's all I have to say about that.
Oh, my God. You're too quick on me.
Never go full retard.
Never go full retard.
The thing that makes him a retard is
they should throw his ass over the railing right there.
Right there. But he filmed himself setting it up.
Yes, he did.
And coming back later and adjusting the camera.
Because he's a genius.
Because he's an idiot, man.
Watch the movie Idiocracy, man. We are living it right now, dude. Right now.
Oh, man. It's too much. Well, listen, boys and girls, that is our show for this week. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I did. Did you enjoy yourself, Dan?
Absolutely, bro. Anytime I get to spend time with you, it's a good time.
I hear you, brother. Well, listen, let me let you know what's going on with the channel, guys. We got later on tonight, you got Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, Danny's favorite picture of me, just sitting there like, what in the hell is going on here? I'm probably going to start off with some...
I paid money for this game.
Right, I paid money for this game, and I can't play it. I'm going to probably start off with some Force Awakens and may play a little Madden. Not sure. Just depends on what I feel like doing. I'm going to do it at 10 p.m. Central. And then, of course, you can watch me sketch the pages of The Privateer on Saturdays at 1:30 p.m. Central. Me and my friend Justifier Jim, he's my co-host, gets the yakking keeps it going when I get a little too into my drawing. And then Sunday, of course, you can tune in for Dork Side of the Ring. Myself and Danny Ballard and Johnny Rock get together to bring you everything that's AEW and WWE at 1 p.m. Central Time on Sundays. There's also a section this week which is kind of prominent because we have an interview with somebody that works with my brother there. Her name is Nikki Victory. She's a independent wrestler up in the Cincinnati, Ohio area. And she did an interview with us about a month ago, and the website for her next big match, which is against a really good wrestler, Dan, named Tessa Blanchard, the daughter of Tully. That's who she's wrestling in June, and it's going to be really good. Tully Blanchard's daughter is my favorite female wrestler going. If I can find a way to watch this match, I'm going to do it. It's in the beginning of June, and you can check out our interview with her this Sunday. You can actually go watch it now on my channel or the Dork Knights channel or on my Rumble channel. And all you guys on Rumble, give me a follow over there. I need some followers on the Rumble side, so definitely do that. But yeah, it was a fun time. She's a great girl, and her husband wrestles with her. And go check that out, man. You can either watch it now on my channel, or you can tune in Sunday at 1 p.m. Central on Pop Culture Minefield's channel for that. And also on Pop Culture Minefield, we're going to break down the hunt for Red October. The hunt is on Monday morning for Military Monday with Morning Coffee with Gary. He's a veteran just like me and my brother, and he always does Military Mondays, 10 a.m. Central Time. And we're going to be breaking down one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I love The Hunt for Red October. I've read this book before I even saw that movie, and it's really great. And I don't care, Dan, I don't care what anybody says. I know he's an idiot. I know he's an asshole, all that shit. Alec Baldwin is still the best Jack Ryan in any movie that's ever been made about it.
Yeah, no doubt. When I think of Jack Ryan, I definitely think of him first. So, yeah.
Yep, that's
no
for
doubt.
sure. And that's all brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KJRA Radio. And of course, back here on my station, you can see us every Wednesday. Me and my friends, my fellow YouTubers, getting together and talking about everything pop culture and some current events, but not much. We try to lean more towards the pop culture stuff on this day. And we do it every Wednesday for State of the Atmosphere at 5:30 p.m. Central. So for my rockin' brother, the Hylunder, because there can be only one, and myself, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank the LSU Tigers for keeping my brother in a good mood by winning championships. And for the rest of you, I want to say thank you for being here. And until I see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.